Hello Bambinos, I have got my draft analysis for the upcoming season of the Castelia Battle Network. This is going to be a upload required BGC draft league, generously ran by Shadow Stitch and the CBN. So all the guys in this league are going to be posting their content, draft analysis and what have you, and it's going to be a good fun season of BGC draft. You don't get a lot of upload required BGC drafts, so this was quite exciting for me, so I just went for it, and hopefully we're going to have fun. So I'm just going to jump straight into the team here and just show you my full lot. I'm not going to do one at a time, and just explain to you why I drafted them and what they're really here for. So let's do this. Alrighty, so here is my squad. You can see the full team right there in the order that I drafted them. There's only 8 coaches in CBN this season, and I was pick number 2, which I was a bit iffy with. I kind of do like towards the end of the wheel, because I didn't like the pressure of like, right, hear me out, here's the thing, right? There's a few mythicals on this tier list, and Magirna is on the tier list. Magirna is obviously an amazing mon, probably the best one on the tier list, so I was like, if they didn't take Magirna, pick one, I'm going to have to pick it because it's the best mon on the tier list by far. But I didn't really want it, like I don't know, I didn't fancy using Magirna, so I was a bit like iffy with that, but I feel like an idiot not taking it if it was available. But luckily for me, it did go. So Magirna went first pick, I'm up then, pick 2, and we're only allowed to draft 1 S tier each, and with only 8 coaches and 1 S tier gone, only 6 more S tiers could have gone before me, so I didn't really feel pressured into taking an S tier for my first pick, because there was quite a few that I'd be very comfortable using, like the Rowan Legends, both Urshifu, there was Mew. There was a couple more, which I would have been comfortable taking if that was all that was left for me, if everyone else took their S tiers. So I actually went a bit deep into the tier list, round 1, for what I thought was quite a value pick in Iron Jugulus. This was a B tier pick. Like, remember, this is SABCDE. So a B tier Iron Jugulus I thought was like really good value, because it's like fast, with booster energy, way fast, Tailwind Setter, Snarls, and really decent damage. Because the special attack's quite high on this bitch, and it's just the one I haven't used yet in Gen 9 and I really wanted to, so I felt like pretty comfortable diving for that round 1 Iron Jugulus at the B tier. So then all the picks went down to the bottom of the wheel and back up to me at number 2. I knew number 1 already had an S tier, so I didn't need to take an S tier again here because they couldn't snipe me. So I went with Gholdengo. Gholdengo is another mon I haven't used so far in Gen 9, so it was just something I wanted to pick, and I just felt like Make It Rains and Tailwind are just pretty free for a lot of the time, you know? So that's what I went with. Very strong mon, like massive special attack, good as gold ability, so it can't be fucked around with like scary face pranks or shit or any of that. Thunder Waves, it only can be affected by like icy winds and stuff, but I think Covert Cloak is a great item on Gholdengo, so it stops decontrol for the most part outside of Tailwind and Trick Room. Then I took my S tier. After the next guy got his wheel, I was like, right, I'm gonna take my S tier here, because actually not a lot of people did take S tiers. Probably by this point there was like 4 gone. There's like only 4 more could go, so I was like, right, I'm gonna take my chance now, and I picked Urshifu, Rapid Strike, the Water Bear, the Broken Bear. This thing is just smashing up like regular VGC at the minute, like Reg D, VGC, all moaning about Urshifu and how broken it is and how it shouldn't be in a non-Dynamax format. So I thought, I'm going to take my opportunity to see if this is just as broken in draft and take Urshifu. I preferred Rapid Strike over the Dark one because I've already got a Dark type. So I went for Rapid Strike. Being able to hit for Protect's very, very valuable, especially when I've got like a couple of fast hitters on the team. So Gholdengo was an A and an S. So I've gone BAS so far with my picks. You get 1 of each, S, A, B, C, D, and then 400 points for 5 picks. So I went with the route of just grabbing those 3 from the off as my like tier picks. My next pick came out on my points. Oh no, it didn't. This was another what I thought was an insane value pick, was Sandy Shocks in C tier. In the 4th tier of 6 tiers is Sandy Shocks. Like, very good speed tier, stupidly strong. Can get boosted by booster energy and sun. Just honestly, I thought that was an insane C tier Pokemon to just take. The only thing with Sandy Shocks, unlike most electric types, it doesn't get like electro webs or that kind of speed control, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, like just the power behind it and the speed tier, honestly very, very good, very, very strong. And I like Sandy Shocks. honestly. I've used it before. It's a cool mon. So that was a C tier pick. So I've gone straight for 4 tier picks here. Then I started using my points in Brute Bonnet. This again was in B tier. I felt quite a good B tier. Like Spore, Rage Powder, and that insane attack stat in B tier was very good. Like any redirection is very strong. I actually intended to draft F tier Pachirisu. That was a definite boo-boo on the tiering, but there was Follow Me in F tier, and it actually went like round 3, like the round I picked Urshifu. So I had planned to get that as my redirector, but Brute Bonnet does just as well. I know it can be goggles to get past it, and the Spore, so that's the kind of thing Brute Bonnet does on a team just in prep, is it forces like a safety goggles, because you don't want to get spored, you don't want to get rage powdered. So it's already doing work just being on the squad. So that's why I think it's such a good value in C tier. I then went for B tier Bonnet, C tier Salazzle. Very fast, fake out, good fire type. What else do I say? I think I was looking at the fire types available. There was also Aramoth I was looking at, but I think Salazzle does a little bit more for me than just hitting things like Aramoth does, because it can taunt, it can fake out, and it can do a couple of tricky other things, which I won't delve into right now. But yeah, Salazzle offered me a little bit more versatility than Aramoth, so I went with Salazzle in C tier. So I've got 2 Bs, 2 Cs. So I've used a B and a C. I can't remember how the points worked, but basically I could go B, B, C, D, D with my point picks. There was an option of like, if you wanted an A, you ended up with like 2 Fs, which I didn't want. I actually didn't draft any Fs. Fs weren't compulsory on the tier picks, but on the points, if you wanted an A tier, you ended up with 2 Fs. If you wanted 3 B tiers, you ended up with a D and an F. I ended up going 2 B tiers, a C tier, and 2 D tiers. So yeah, I'm onto my S. This is awful. This wasn't scripted, unless if you couldn't tell. I go for Forges next. Need a fairy type on these type of VGC drafts I find. This also goes really well with my 3 Paradox Pokemon. Being able to use Symbiosis to pass an item after they use their energy booster energy is really cool in it, and it makes my opponent, having 3 Paradox Mons, it makes my opponent think, where's the partnership there? Is it going to be Jugulus Florges? Is it going to be Sandy Florges? Is it going to be Bonnet Florges? But the other thing that Bonnet Florges has is being a grass type and, what's the ability? Flower Veil? Some sort of shit ability you've never ever used in any other instance, but grass types cannot be statused as long as it's next to Florges. So, do I bring the Symbiosis or do I bring the Flower Veil? If that's the ability, I can't remember. So that's why Florges is here. And also, it really puts a Spadef backbone on my team, along with my next mon, who's kind of like a Fizdef backbone in Slowbro. It's also a Trick Room setter / abuser, alongside Bonnet, and as you can see, my next pick, Berserker. Like they can work as a Trick Room core. Like Rage Trick Room, Rage Powder Trick Room, really easy to get off. Fake Out Trick Room, really easy to get off, and then you're more often than not the slowest thing on the field to start setting up or start hitting things. There's my slow Bro. It's my slow Trick Room setter and abuser, and a Fizdef backbone, really good bulky water. Can't be taunted with Oblivious. So unless you've got Fake Out, I'm pretty much almost guaranteed to get Trick Room off between Rage Powder and what's the ability? Oblivious. Between Rage Powder and Oblivious, it's pretty damn close, guaranteed to get Trick Room up. So that is an option I have there with Slowbro. So the next Pokemon, so like obviously I was looking at my points that I had left. I kind of knew that I was going to be picking up Lando. I couldn't be sniped at this point. I think from Florges onward I couldn't be sniped on the Lando, so I kind of just left it till last. So I picked up the Slowbro because I thought Slowbro was D tier, by the way. I think Slowbro is a very strong D tier. Like just its stats, its abilities, and being a good Trick Room setter, I thought that was a very good value pick. So like my worst mon on the draft is pretty much just Berserker, and I don't even think it's that bad. Like, honestly, it's Fake Out, it's got a good attack stat, it can function in Trick Room. It's also got the Steely Spirit ability alongside Goldengo, because you think you have a Make It Rain switch in. Now calc it versus Modest, Choice Specs, Terra Steel, Helping Hand, Steely Spirit boosted. Calc it. Fucking calc it. you ain't living it. So Berserker does have more than like one role on this team, just being a slow, fake out, trick room abuser, support for Gordingo, or anything I want to Terra still. You know, this is open Terra. You can Terra any mon into any type, but you have to reveal your Terras on Team Preview. So there's no like really nasty surprises. You're going to know their potential Terras from Team Preview. So I do like what Berserker brings to the team. Like, even though it's the worst mon on the team, I still quite like it, and I'm excited to use it. And then onto our final pick is the Landorus Incarnate. Again, B tier, so I went for the 3 B tier options with my points. Bonnet. No, 2 B tiers. Bonnet and Salazzle. I'm an idiot. Bonnet and Lando. Right? Right. My 2 B tiers. Then I went C tier Florgist, 2 D tiers in Slave Rogue Berserker. From Salazzle, I don't fucking know. Anyway, there's my 10 mons. Fuck it. Lando hits things with sheer force. Can be special, can be physical. I've got a decent partner with like Jugs, so I can hit AQs. It's just very strong, and I thought it was pretty good value in the B tier. Again, that's why I said at the beginning of the draft to my friend Matrix, who's also in this league, you draft the most value out of B tier, you're gonna have the better teams, because like any of the S tiers can work. Like I said, I left my S tier till like round 3 just because I felt like I could run a team with any of the S tiers. But I think getting Jugs, Bonnet, Lando from the B tier is insane. Yeah, I think that's insane. So that's what I went with, and this is the team. Going to be upload required, so every week I'll have a video. I'm pretty sure upload days Monday might have been what we picked in the end. But this is my team. Leave a comment of what you thought of the team, what you like, what you don't like. If you hate me, if I'm ugly, anything, just comment it. And come back to see my battles in this season of the CBN. I'm pretty excited. It's going to be fun. And we've got our week 1 up against King Sosa coming up soon. So see you guys next time.